Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife. And Sherry, this video is kind of a big one.
Yes, it is.
You guys, this week Disney released their Dole Whip recipe, and you guys know my love. You like the Dole Whip.
Right, he loves the Dole Whip.
I'm obsessed. It is without a doubt my favorite Disney snack. And so we thought, you know what, we have got to make this video because you guys sent us so many emails, so many messages requesting this. And so we said, we have got to do it. But we're not just trying the Disney Dole Whip. Because along with Disney, Dole also released their own Dole Whip recipe.
Which we tried at the Dole Plantation.
And it was delicious.
Right.
And I've got to say, when I look at the recipes, they're not the same.
They're very different.
And so we're like, well, wait a second. We have got to try both of them.
Yeah. Because
we need to be able to crown without question the true king of the at-home quarantined Dole Whip. And so today we are going to try both of these recipes.
Fortunately, both of these recipes are super simple, so we are going to show you everything you need for both of them.
Let's start over here with the Disney version. You're going to need 1 big scoop of vanilla ice cream. You're going to need 4 ounces of pineapple juice, and then 2 cups of frozen pineapple. And just so you know, I am putting the complete recipe to both of these Dole Whips down below, so go check this out, try it for yourself. But that's the Disney version. Now, let's check out the Dole version. And one thing that's actually really cool about the Dole version is this is actually a dairy-free version, which I did not know. Theirs just takes 1 cup of pineapple juice frozen in an ice cube tray, 1 Dole banana peeled and frozen, 2.5 teaspoons of powdered sugar, and then 1/4 to 1/2 cup of unsweetened coconut milk.
So we're going to make one and put it in here and put it in the freezer, and then make the other and put it in here, and then we will try them both at the same time.
Sherry, who gets to go first? Which Dole Whip are we going to make first? Disney or Dole? Ladies' choice.
Let's make the Disney one first.
We're doing Disney first. Then the only other thing you're going to need is some kind of a blender. We're going to be using our Ninja, the 1500 watt blender for this. Should be able to do the trick. Step 1 for the Disney Dole Whip is it says 1 big scoop of ice cream. I got the Haagen-Dazs, just plain vanilla ice cream. Big scoop is not a very specific form of measurement, but if there's one thing that I'm good at doing, Sherry, it is big scoops of ice cream.
That's true.
So I feel qualified to do this. What do you think? Is that big enough? I think that's a pretty good scoop of ice cream.
Keep in mind it needs to fit in that little cup, so yeah.
We'll say yes. Next, we have 4 ounces of pineapple juice. We did get Dole pineapple juice. We figured, you know what, let's keep it as close to what it's supposed to be as possible. So we're just gonna open that up and then pour 4 ounces into here. There we go. And then that goes in with the ice cream. Then the recipe also calls for 2 cups of frozen pineapple. And just so you know, when I went to the store, our store was actually sold out of the bagged frozen pineapple. So I just bought canned pineapple, and then we just froze it ourselves in the freezer. Totally gonna work just fine. Our 2 cups of frozen pineapple in the blender.
And on the counter.
And a little bit on the counter. And now we're just gonna put the lid on our blender. And then the recipe says to mix all ingredients and blend. So let's give it a whirl, literally. So we're gonna just take the lid off real quick and just kind of scrape down the sides. And just like that, I think we have our first Dole Whip, the Disney version, all finished. Let's take the top off and see how it looks. Just gonna take the blades out of our blender. Now they've got the blades out, I will say that consistency looks pretty right. Remember, the Dole Whip is supposed to basically be soft serve pineapple ice cream. So you want a soft serve consistency, which I would say we definitely have. So I say we put this one in the cup and get that in the freezer. And let's make the Dole version. Got our blender all clean. Now we're gonna get going on the Dole Whip one. Obviously very similar, some different ingredients though. We're gonna start this one by using 1 cup of pineapple juice, but it's not just like liquid pineapple juice. They say to freeze it in an ice tray, so that's exactly what we did. I will also say frozen pineapple juice would be delicious in drinks instead of ice cubes. How have I never thought about this before? So you're gonna want 1 cup, which again is a little bit more difficult to know because things are frozen, so it doesn't fit perfectly in there. 1 cup frozen pineapple juice in the blender. 1 frozen Dole banana that has been peeled. So I peeled it and then stuck it in a Ziploc baggie, froze it. So we're going to, actually I'm gonna try to break that in half and then put it in there just like so. Also, I'm really glad that I didn't struggle to break that banana in half, because that would have been like terribly embarrassing. It's just like the vlog turns into me just like for 15 minutes just like, I can't break a banana. So that worked out well. Now we're gonna add 2.5 teaspoons of powdered sugar. There's 1, 2, and about a half. Now the recipe does call for 1/4 to 1/2 cup of unsweetened coconut milk. I'm gonna start with less, so I'll start with 1/4 cup, and if we need to add more, that's what we'll do. I don't know, I just feel more comfortable at that because you can always add more in. You can't take more out, so let's start with less and add more if we need it. So 1/4 cup of unsweetened coconut milk. And I will say, Sherry and I have tried lots of different coconut milks. This Silk coconut milk is our absolute favorite. So delicious. So now the coconut milk right there into the recipe. Now we're gonna put the lid on the blender because that's everything in there. And then we're just gonna pulse this a few times to get things mixed up a little bit. So I can tell already we are gonna need that other 1/4 cup of coconut milk. It's just still too loose with only 1/4 cup. So we're gonna add a little bit more in there and see if that works. And I think that is pretty good for the Dole one. Now we're just gonna pop the lid off, take a look and make sure the consistency inside is right. It looks right from here. And then this consistency actually is good enough that we don't even need to scoop it out. Look at that, we can just pour it out. That looks awesome. And obviously get it down the side of the cup because, well, it's not a recipe with me unless we're making a mess, Sherry.
Aries season.
It is Aries season for sure. And then let's do one more big scoop right on top of there. You know what, Sherry?
Just more.
Let's just go more.
Sure.
How's that?
Perfect.
Perfect. So this is what they look like when they are all blended up and in there. I will say, at first glance, the Disney one looks more like a Dole Whip. It has more of a yellow pineapple-y color. This one has more of a mashed banana, almost, tan color, which would make sense because I remember this one did have that frozen banana in there. But the Disney one, at least on appearance alone, looks better. But friends, we are not judging them on appearance alone because the Dole Whip not only looks good, the most important part of it is that it tastes delicious. So it is time to try it for both Sherry and I and see which Dole Whip reigns supreme. So Sherry, how do you think we should do this?
I think we should each take one.
Okay.
And try it, and then we'll switch.
Okay, sounds good. So I'm starting with
Disney.
Disney.
I'm starting with Dole.
So here goes Sherry. First bite of the Dole Whip. Okay. Also, let it be noted, you are not a huge Dole Whip fan.
I like it. It's not like my very favorite thing ever.
You think it's too sweet?
I think it's too sweet. I can really only finish like half of it.
Okay, so save your thoughts. Okay?
Okay.
Save your thoughts, and now I'm gonna try the Disney one. Here we go. My first at-home Dole Whip. Okay. Okay. I have some thoughts, but I'm gonna save them because now we're gonna switch, and I try the Dole, and you try the Disney. I am gonna take a quick drink of water because I need to cleanse my expert palate, Sherry. I can't have this next Dole Whip be tainted by the first one.
That's true.
Okay, now that the expert palate has been cleansed, here we go, the Dole Whip. Okay, no thoughts. Not gonna give any thoughts. Now, you get to try the Disney one.
Okay.
The Disney Dole Whip. Okay, no thoughts, but I can already tell we're on the same page. Oh my gosh, you ready to share our opinions?
I am, yeah.
Let's start with the one you liked best. Let's just jump into it and you just say who it is. You liked the...
Disney.
Oh, I liked the Disney one. Like, it's not even a competition.
It's not a competition. Here's the thing with the Dole.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
It's good, but it just tastes like banana.
Dole, you have bamboozled us. And here's my thoughts on this. I had this thought when I took my first bite. It tastes like banana, and I understand that Dole also sells bananas.
Correct, but it just tastes like a banana Dole Whip instead of a pineapple Dole Whip.
The Disney one, is it as good as the parks? No.
No.
It's not. It's a good at-home kind of recipe. It's a good substitute replacement.
Right.
Yeah. The Dole one does not taste like a Dole Whip at all to me.
It's good, but it's not, I wouldn't call it like a pineapple Dole Whip.
It's also not what we had at the Dole Plantation when we were there, which is kind of one of the craziest things because I thought they would taste like that. I think that the Dole Whip recipe is a ploy to sell more Dole bananas.
Correct. And I think that if you made it without the banana, if you just did more of the pineapple, it would probably be better. But then the consistency wouldn't be right.
So, I don't know. Disney wins.
Disney wins.
Hands down.
Yeah, not even really a close competition because this one just does not taste like a pineapple Dole Whip.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, for a pineapple whipped dessert treat, what would you give the Dole one?
Like a 2.
Wow!
I mean, you could sort of like the pineapple was like maybe there, but it's really mostly banana.
What would you give the Disney one?
Like a 10 being like the Disney Dole Whip.
10 being the Disney Dole Whip.
I'd give it like a 7.
I would give the Dole one a 4 for the same reason, like it's just not a pineapple whip.
Right.
I would give the Disney one probably a 7.5. So you guys, there you have it. This is the official, that's the official result. There's no more arguing. It's been settled.
It's scientific now.
It is scientific now. Put it into science books for future generations to study. The Disney Dole Whip, at least these recipes that they have released,
right.
The Disney version, better than the Dole version.
Because it is a pineapple whip.
Because Dole tried to bamboozle us by getting us to buy their pineapple juice and their bananas. They're like, we need to sell more product. I know, tell them to throw a Dole banana in there. Guys, this was a lot of fun though, wasn't it?
It was fun, yeah. It was really easy.
Both of them were super simple,
right.
Which I really love. Again, the Dole version, it is dairy free, so if that's an issue for you, awesome. I will say the Dole version is not bad. No,
it's good. It's just not a pineapple. Like, it's just not what I was expecting. It's good as a Dole banana whip.
But there is clearly one Dole Whip that reigns supreme.
This one right here.
It is the Disney one.
Yeah.
How about this? How about I finish this one and you get to finish the Dole one? I'll finish this one off and then you...
I mean, why don't we share it?
Okay, we'll share it. You guys, as always, we love you. Thanks for hanging out with us. We hope you enjoyed this video. Question, have you tried both of these recipes? Do you agree with us? Do you think we are crazy? Let us know in the comments below. We love you. Thanks for being a part of our LeggLife community, and we'll see you guys on the next video.